This is just a bus example of a bus bay, but see how they showed some technical detail, how the windows will fit in. So what you need to do is print out your SketchUp model, and you can do this detail on SketchUp, or just next to your SketchUp model, you can draw some of the detail. You don't have, say, a window fits in like this, because it's a tiny home. Maybe you thought of putting rubber between the glass and the thing. Just show some detail and show some, like for instance, this detail here of that part. You don't have to show it for all the parts. If there's a repetition of detail, you don't have to show it for each and every single part. You just, for instance, the wall structure, you just show a section of the wall once, and you don't have to show it for all the walls, because then people assume, like if I read this sketch here, I'll assume all the glass are fixed like this. If I look at that, I assume like all 4 of those parts are the same. So you don't have to show technical detail of each and every single part. And a good way to show technical detail is exploded view, sectional views where you've cut it in half. This is exploded, that's exploded. You can use tracing paper. So what I would suggest is, I want you guys to today print out your SketchUp drawing so we can stick it on a piece of paper, or if you want to do all of this on SketchUp, you can as well. But we have to get moving on, and I want to see changes that you made and notes on the changes that you made. Remember, with architecture, your north side is quite important, but with our tiny home, because it's on wheels, you can say, this side's got a lot of windows, so when people go and put it on a section, make sure that you face this side of the wall to the north side to get your winter sun in. You can talk about the flow through it as well, how easily it's to walk through this. Just an example, this building doesn't have very good flow. You can ask Drew and Alex that basically lives in this building. If you walk from one class to another class, you have to, if I have to go from here to our office, I go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors just to go through 3 rooms. So you, in architecture, you have to talk about the flow, how people will use, or how people experience that space as well. So in your annotations, you have to talk about, and it happens to us automatically. If you walk into this block, the building influences how you feel. If you walk into the maths block, you'll be influenced by the building. If you walk into the library, you're influenced by the building. So architecture influences us. So you have to put in your notes, like how your tiny home will influence the people using it or living in it. How would they experience the building? Okay, so you have to talk a little bit about that as well. And design era influence. So I need to see changes and stuff you made and why you made those changes. Okay, so for instance, you can say there wasn't enough space to use the kitchen efficiently, so I made my kitchen countertop 400 instead of 600. Get some research on how wide existing kitchen counters are. You can take a picture of this one. This is probably the example one. Maybe think of how big a plate is. What are you going to use it for if you prepare food on it? So start thinking, using the thing, and will it work? And if it doesn't work, make changes to make it work. That's our revise is looking at if it will work, and refine is making the changes.